A man from Sweetwater, once accused of shooting another man in a road rage case, now says even after he was cleared of wrongdoing, he continues dealing with the aftermath of the false allegations. Police arrested Tyrome Ferguson and charged him with aggravated assault. He was accused of shooting a man back in 2022 on I-75. Now, Ferguson says he was falsely accused of the crime and proof of his innocence was there all along, but it was ignored.
10 News anchor Shay Smith explains what Ferguson says happened that night on the highway and the proof that reveals he was never guilty in the first place.
After 3 years, Tyrome Ferguson says his name has finally been cleared after being wrongly accused of shooting someone during a road rage incident. Regardless of medical records and bullet holes that show Tyrome did not shoot anyone, the past still lingers.
People can look at it, well, he's just mad, he's just ill. I'm upset because I have to start over.
In late February, Ferguson was driving home from work late at night on I-75 in Monroe County. He says he got stuck behind a slow vehicle in the fast lane, flashed his headlights, then passed them.
Their lights was very dim, like their alternators out. So I said, well, maybe they having issues and problems. So I slow down and I wait for him to get up there. Well, dude, he's slouching down in the seat and he flips me off.
He then sped away, but a moment later, Ferguson says he heard gunshots from that same vehicle. 2 kids were also inside that car.
Boom! And I look up. This guy he's out the window. When I say he's out the window on me like that. And they're in front of me. So I look up, I'm saying to myself, this guy just shooting me?
Ferguson says he grabbed his own handgun, and while still behind their SUV, he guesses he shot 4 or 5 rounds in the air to scare them off. A few hours later, he got arrested. Monroe County authorities charged him with aggravated assault after the passenger in the SUV from the highway was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Ferguson says he sat in solitary confinement in Monroe County Jail for several days. The alleged victims were Ashley and Patrick King of Georgia. 10 News interviewed them soon after the incident, but Ferguson says they are not victims, and this was not a case of aggravated assault, but a case of modern-day racism.
It was just a thing that I'm a black man, and it was a white lady who did all the complaining, and that's the way our world is.
Ferguson says evidence collected in the case raised obvious questions about what happened that night on the highway.
The proof showed that he shot himself. From the doctor's records, he shot himself. Accidental handgun discharge and malfunction.
The small caliber gun that Ferguson says Patrick King used was not found. What was found in their vehicle, though, marijuana, Ziploc bags, and other drug paraphernalia. Investigators did not charge the couple with any crime. In August 2023, Ferguson went on trial. That's when Ferguson says he and his attorney got a surprise. Ashley King testified that bullets were found in her car. That information had never been given to the defense.
This is one of the 2 most egregious acts that I've seen in practicing for 48 years in the state.
The judge declared a mistrial. Records show after the mistrial, the alleged victims told prosecutors they did not want to come back to the state because in part of Tennessee's marijuana laws. In September 2024, Stephen Hatchett became district attorney of Monroe County. By December, he dismissed Ferguson's case with prejudice, meaning it cannot be raised again. Ferguson says this case was mishandled, lacked evidence, and was drawn out far too long.
They knew that I didn't shoot this guy, but they still carried it on. 2 years and 10 months.
That was Shay Smith reporting. Tonight at 6, we're going to hear from the Monroe County District Attorney. That lawyer dismissed the case against Tyrome. Also, we looked into the detective investigating that case. We'll have details on his background tonight at 6.